That's a very good point, Sarah, and obviously it is a controversial issue, but it just shows that something needs to be done. There are just not enough women in public life in Wales. Now, I had a conference, an All Wales conference, and I was mandated from that conference to write to all the party leaders here at the Assembly, asking them what they were going to do about encouraging more women to put themselves forward for election to the Assembly in 2016. I've had very warm words from them, and hopefully their actions will speak louder than their words. But it's a very important issue, and I've recently set up an all-women caucus, which is one woman from each of the parties here, to act as an ambassador within their own parties about encouraging more women, trying to change the culture, because that's the only way we're going to get more women into public life. Well, of course, that's a very interesting point. And if I knew the answer, perhaps I wouldn't be sitting here answering your question. We were very pleased when the Assembly was the first legislature in the world to have gender parity with 50% men and 50% women. But we have slipped back from there. We're now 43%, which means we're still 9th highest in the world. But it is an issue that I am concerned about, and that's why I set up my cross-party women's caucus to look at how we can persuade each of the political parties here to change their minds and change the culture about encouraging more women into public life. Well, it's very important that girls get a complete all-round education in schools, and that they're encouraged to move into what are commonly known as boys' areas. We need more women doing science, and it really is up to the education system to show these young women that they are capable of doing different things that are not seen as women's jobs. I always say that if you want to consider a career, you should look where the boys go, because where the boys go is where the money is, and therefore girls need to look at not only having a satisfactory and enjoyable career, but also one that's going to give them their just rewards. So it's very important we don't get stereotyping in schools, that girls are seen to be scientists, that boys are seen to be artists or looking towards the media, and I think that would be a huge step forward. But it's not just teachers, it's parents, and it's girls themselves have to make sure that really the sky is the limit, and don't stereotype yourself. You can do anything. That's a very interesting point, Sonia, about Wales being seen as Cardiff-centric. What I've tried to do since I've been presiding officer is to get out around Wales to talk to women all over Wales, and I've met some fascinating women, from women farmers in the north to ballet dancers in the south, and there is so much talent there that we need to ensure that women are encouraged to come forward. I think the issue is lack of confidence, and if we can get across that and persuade women they've got the skills, they've got the necessary wherewithal to become either an elected member, a governor, school governor, a councillor, or to even move up the ladder in work, then I think that's really what we're all about. What I have done is set up a campaign for women in public life, where I've had an all-Wales conference. We've had seminars across Wales, and the input from women outside Cardiff has been tremendous. So I think that we are breaking down this perceived Cardiff-centric perception. I come from Newport, so of course I think Newport is the centre of Wales, not Cardiff. And I've got fantastic women in my constituency, so we mustn't see it as Cardiff-centric, we must see it as Wales-centric. Well, Gareth, I'm sure Blaenavon Town Council is an extremely efficient council, having 42% of women. But how we get younger women involved, or indeed younger men, is something that we need to address. And we need to talk to younger people in the way and through the ways that is their way of communicating. You know, we need to tweet, we need to have Facebook, and make things really interesting, things that they might be interested in looking at. You need to look at your agenda on the Town Council, see if you can have a seminar about a particular issue. And we recently had a consultation across Wales about involvement of young people in the Assembly. We had over 3,000 responses. So that just shows that young people are there, sitting there, waiting to be engaged, but they don't know how to do it. So perhaps you need to open up your community council and get out there and start trumpeting for younger people. Well, it's not easy, Karen. It really isn't easy, and no one ever said it was. I mean, having a full-time job and a family is difficult, but then you'll find that if you want something done, you ask a busy woman. And you'll find that time management is something which one becomes very, very good at. I mean, when I became a councillor, I had young children, and it was quite a stretch, but you can actually organise your life around it. And it's people with the kind of experience of running a family and having professional or a full-time job that we need in public life. The kind of expertise you may have could be invaluable. What I would hope is that companies will make it easier and make life easier for women to get involved. Or if you're going to join a board of any description, that they will have a meeting at a family-friendly time. And here in the Assembly, I am very proud of what we've done here because we are very family-friendly. And we've recently been awarded a place in the Times top 50 friendly places for women to work. And I'm hoping that more and more organisations across Wales and local authorities will adapt this way of working and adopt their own particular processes, because I think if you can make things much more flexible, people can give more to the job. And I'm really proud of what we've done here, and it is making a difference. And I'm sure that if you talk to people, if you want to join a board and say, look, I can't possibly come at 3 in the afternoon, but I could come to a meeting at 6 or 7 at night, then I'm sure they would oblige. So, don't let things stand in your way. Get in there and change things.
Fantastic.
Well, I think you know the answer to that, Jack, or you wouldn't be asking. There aren't any. And we have to make sure that women from right across all parts of society have an opportunity and feel encouraged to come forward. Black, Asian and ethnic minority women have fantastic amounts to offer us, and we are putting a lot of effort into it. But it is difficult trying to get across a culture that men should take the front role in public life. But I think we are, with our campaign that we're running here at the Assembly, I think we are beginning to see the, dare I say, the green shoots of success. We do have more of these fantastic women from the smaller minorities coming forward. And I hope that quite soon we will have the first Black, Asian, ethnic minority woman here at the Assembly.